goes. All right. We are live, everybody.
Hey,
So at this
hey,
time, normally what I do is I'll make sure I share the live out to my story and all that stuff so other people can see it. So I'm getting ready to do that now. If you guys want to share it from your page, you can. If it's too difficult as far as being able to switch back and forth, of course, don't worry about it. So let's see.
hey. On some real shit,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this right now. Given that it's this time of year with Father's Day and Code, you know what it is with me. Um, Recently lost my dad back in October, so this is the first Father's
Yeah.
Day without my dad. And so if I get choked up, if I get
Aw.
if I gotta take a pause, bear with me.
Okay. All right.
Bear
All
with
right.
me because this is Father's Day, being a father, my father, this is some heavy shit to me.
This is I get it. I totally get it and I totally understand. I totally get it and totally understand. At first is always the hardest.
Yeah.
It's always the hardest. So
I think his birthday hit hard. That one hit me
yeah.
back in February. That hit me. I
Yeah.
was expecting it, but I wasn't,
Mhm.
there wasn't no way I could brace myself. So it was like,
Yeah.
ooh, man.
The birthday, the anniversary,
See,
date, like all of
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough. It's rough.
look, I lost my wife, so everything
Yeah.
hit different for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
wow.
my daughter's mom, yeah, so everything hits different because it's more about my daughter versus me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, salute to you, man. And I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you, brother. Look, here,
So
I had to establish some roles I ain't never had to do before.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah,
So I have my guys up. I'll bring Mark up in a minute. Teas, Dre, you can stay because it's just you guys. I didn't get the other guys that haven't come on yet. So I can technically bring you all up on the stage. I know Mark is driving though, so I don't want to pull him up. But I'll just go ahead and just start talking and sharing, because I did actually pick you guys. When I decided to do this, you guys came to my mind, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want
thank
to
you.
get these guys up. These are special guys, and people need to know about it because a lot of times people just see on social media and stuff like that, and they don't really get um a glimpse of the real person. So
Thank you.
this is going to Facebook, and this is also on YouTube.
Yep.
So I normally give people about 5 minutes and stuff. Let me see. I didn't know it was a game tonight. I forgot y'all in these games.
Yeah, there is a game. Yeah, I was
In
just
a
asking
way.
my man about that. I'm like, what's
Mm-hmm.
the story?
So
He's
I'm sure
30.
you guys want to do the game too. So I'll try not to hold you guys up too long.
Man,
Um,
listen, I'm gonna be real with you.
This the
My mother been giving me all the highlights. Man,
I
my mother
definitely don't
been
want to
locked
get
in
in the
on
way
the
of her
playoffs
stuff.
since day one. I'm like, Mom, what the hell? Mom been locked in on the playoffs. I'm like, what is going on?
That's good though. That's good. All
I was
right.
trying to leave last night, and she was in the shower. She yelling at me through the door. You see the game last night? I'm like, Mom, go ahead and take it.
All right, guys. So
I'll
I
holler at you in a minute, cuz.
so I thought I did a Mother's Day episode, and
Right.
we're women and doing things. A couple of guys. I said, hey, send me in a nice little script and a picture of your mom, and it was really hard for some of them. I asked my cousin, what you want to say? He said, she's the best mom ever. I was like,
Oh yeah.
okay. Well, the women, of course, they had these big, huge stories, and whatnot, for them. So I chose you, Dre, because as a friend of mine, I've seen you as a single dad, right? So I don't think the single dads, get enough, I guess, love that they should or
That's
attention
fact.
in the way of props,
That's fact.
or existence or acknowledgement, right?
That's
So
fact.
that's why I chose you, Teus. I chose you because I know that you've been a great dad to your daughter, and you're a widower, right? Is that
Yep.
widower?
Widower.
And
Widower. Yep.
widower. And you have been raising this child since her mom left, and
I've
that's
been in her life since she was 6.
yeah, 6, amazing. Yeah. So I was like, most definitely need to get him on here because I think that it's amazing. And I think that I know there are other dudes who do it, but like in our African American culture, you know what I mean? These are things that actually happen. But I think with all of the what is it? Gender wars and like all of that type of stuff.
It get lost.
We don't get, hear enough about it.
Get lost,
and
man.
The challenges and stuff that even may come with, being a single dad.
Yeah.
Being a single dad, and Drake, I don't know, you're a single dad, but I don't know where, his mom is, how involved she is and stuff like that. With him.
How long you got?
Oh, well,
how long you got?
So we could definitely dive into that. And so I'm going to start with Dre, Teus, and then I'll come to you, and then we'll get Mark up. So Dre, so
yes,
what does being a father mean to you, and then what do you enjoy most?
What does being a father mean to me? To me, being a dad is that strength and that guidance. And this is no disrespect to mothers anywhere, but there's a certain oomph that comes, when a father speaks than when a mom. I mean, and granted, and again, no disrespect to anybody. I was lucky enough to grow up with both parents in the home, and I knew my mother meant business.
Yeah.
She didn't play. My parents are Southern folks, so I knew my mother meant business whenever she spoke. But when Dad spoke, it was like,
right.
Yeah, this ain't gonna turn out good for me at all. So it was that. And then nobody talking to your ass.
Wait a minute. Who's that?
Google. Goofy ass damn.
I thought your son came in.
No, man, he ain't tripping on me, man. Bro, he at my mama house probably knocked out like he done worked in a fucking tobacco field all day and drank all night. But
and so this is what do you enjoy most about being a dad? Because it sounds like it's harassing him and talking trash.
What I enjoy most about being a dad is, man, I love, speaking personally, I love how close me and my son are. I love how, and this was something I taught him from a young age. Son, if there's anything you need to talk to me about, talk to me.
Right.
Don't hold that shit in. Don't, just come talk to me. If something's bothering you, if it's something that you want, something that you need, anything, come talk to me. Don't feel like you can't speak to me. And for the longest, I felt like that with my dad when I up until about high school. And my mother was like, just go talk to him. And then I went upstairs, and my dad was in his office chilling, and I went up there and spilled my guts about God knows what. And the floodgates opened, and it was just like, oh man, I couldn't wait for you to come talk to me about this shit, son. Bet. And that's how I was with my son.
Yeah.
When he started and to this day, hey Dad, I gotta talk to you about something. Hey Dad, let me run this by you. Hey Dad, I got something on my mind. To this day. And I love the connection. I love the guidance and that I can give him, from everything that I've been through and everything that I've seen. And it's like, and to get him to understand, ain't nothing new under the sun.
So that kind of goes into question number 2, and I don't want you to answer it before I ask you. So
Right.
what is one lesson or value that you hope your children will carry with you throughout life?
One lesson or value that I hope they carry.
Yeah. Or I would say he carries. It almost sounds like you were getting ready to say, being able to open up and express himself and not hold it in.
Don't be afraid to express yourself, and don't be afraid about what people say about it. One, and all go for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let anybody speak any fear into what your dreams are.
Got it.
And keep family close. We've always been a tight knit family. We've always been very close, even though my sister on some dumb shit right now. Anyway.
All right, let me get to the second question so I can get to Tayus, and then we're gonna come back to you. But what would you like to say to your son, your father in heaven, or any other father for this upcoming Father's Day? What would be your message?
Who, me?
Yeah. Like, what's your message? What would you like to say to your son? Your son is watching this or whatever. What would you say to him?
If my son is watching this, what would I want to say to him?
As far as being his father,
when it's your time to be a father, I know it's some shit you might not understand, but keep going. This shit don't come with an instruction manual, but you know right from wrong.
Okay.
Teach them that.
All right.
That's the basis, right and wrong. And you not lazy, don't let him be lazy.
All right. Sounds good. So I've seen people are starting to come in. This is our Father's Appreciation episode, and I have Dre here. I have Tayus, and then I also have Mark. He's not on stage yet. I'll be bringing him up in a moment. And so, Dre, thank you. Dre is someone that I chose again because Dre is a single dad, and I've been seeing him raise his son from big to bigger.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen him as a little kid. He's been always man sized when I seen him. Now he's giant.
And now, like my homeboy tell me, I'm not a dad now. I'm an advisor.
Because
I'm like, bullshit. I'm a dad. I still pay for shit.
So, we're gonna go over here and talk to Mr. Tayus over here. And so he is a widower again, and he has been raising his daughter since she was 6 years old. She's how old now?
22.
22. And guess what, guys? He is getting ready to be a granddad.
Hey.
Nice.
Congrats.
Thank you.
It's the best, man. You just wait. It's so different. But my grandson get away with everything, y'all. It's hard for me to check him on anything. So
that little boy get away with murder, and everybody in the world see it.
So Tayus, okay. So what does being a father mean to you, and what do you enjoy most about being a dad?
Wow, I'll say this. My best friend before he passed, he actually showed me what a dad does. Even I came up with a family, all our dads are around, but watching my best friend raise his son and his daughter, he really showed me what a dad does because we were the same age. And when I came to my daughter's life, it was like we clicked. She crawled under that table on a day when Courtney said, "Hey, can I bring Jordan?" I say, "Sure, no problem." And Jordan crawled under that table and we colored, and she has not left my side at all. I mean, she don't play about me. And being that dad to her has been one of the most amazing things that I ever can do in life. Just being her protector. Like you said, we can talk about anything. It doesn't matter what it is. She's gonna come like dad. At one point, I didn't have a name; it was just Dad. So it's one of the most amazing things that anybody can experience, and it's unfortunate you have people who can never experience that, or you have people who don't actually step up and do what they're supposed to do for their children. And they're missing out on some amazing things and amazing conversations or amazing experiences. Just then that is like the best thing
Right.
ever.
So like you just said, you said when you met her, right? So that's a big thing because you know you didn't know her before 6 or before when you first met her, and you guys like click instantly. You've been there. Her mom, you know, sadly, you know, is gone now, but she still have you, and I think that's such a blessing because a lot of kids they don't have that. They don't have that. And that is such a blessing. I mean, as a person who lost, you know, I lost my mom. My mom was what, 45. I was like 20, you know. But my sisters, they were like teenagers and the other one was 12. And I seen it was such a hard thing, you know, to go through, but they still had me, thankfully. And then they also had my dad, you know, and like my younger sister and my dad are like super close. My sister takes care of my dad. He has dementia. She lives with him. She does all of the day-to-day nursing and stuff for him. And you know why? Because she's seen how well my dad took care of my mom. You know, my mom passed away of cancer as well, you know. And so we seen him do it, you know, do his thing. So always dad's gonna be taken care of. So I already know with you guys, it's a wrap. You know, dad is going to be taken care of. And like Taya said, she do not play about him. She be on it.
One is not the words. Like she said, I'm the one who got to sign all the paperwork.
Right.
And my
I'm,
son will throw
I'm,
me in a home.
All right.
look,
So let me see. What is one, because I gotta bring Mark up too. What is one lesson or value you hope that she would carry with her throughout life?
one of the lesson value. I think I taught her the value of just being straight up. Don't hold nothing back. Just if you feel it, say it. If you have an intuition about it, figure it out. I mean, because like I say, it's been times when she had an intuition about something, she'll come and say, "How do you want me to handle the situation?" I say, "I need you to handle this situation like this, because guess what? You're not a kid anymore. I can't get
Right.
you out of trouble. So if you do it like
Mhm.
this, guess what? You will be fine. You don't have to worry
Right.
about it. I can't get you out of that trouble anymore because you're an adult now. So
That's true.
long as she does everything right, the right way, and like I said, she always consults me before she do anything that's major. And
Right.
I hope she instills that to my grandson.
And she will. She will. Because she's had you since 6 years old, and everything that you have taught her is gonna go to that grandbaby.
Mm,
So
Look here.
good
I
job.
told her, I told her some things, and told her some things, and I'm like, "Damn, you listen to that?" She said, I was walking by her room one day. She was probably like in middle school, and she said to the little boy, "My dad said a boy would say something like that one day." And I went back in the room when my wife say, "Yes, she listened."
She listen. Oh my
That
goodness.
was one of my proudest moments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now she about to be
yeah.
now you about to be granddaddy. Cheers.
I
Cheers.
can't wait. God, I
What
can't
would
wait.
you like to say to your daughter? I guess like what you just said, but what else would you like to say to her if she was watching this?
Well, I lost my volume.
Lost your volume. Okay, he'll be back. I'm gonna bring Mark up. Mark, you ready? All right, he talking, but I can't hear him. Hold on, guys. Bring Mark up. Hey,
Can you hear
Mark,
me?
what's up? Yes.
I'm still driving, but it's all good. I'm in a better place.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me see. Let me see how I look if I bring Tayus up too. All right. All right. We're good. We're good. All right. So I was just finishing up with Tayus. He was getting ready to tell us what is one thing that he would say to his daughter that he's raised. If she's watching this.
You are an amazing
Can you hear me?
young lady. I've watched you grow up so much, and I know that you're gonna be an amazing mom to King Caden once he gets here in another month. And I will be by your side every day to guide you whatever you need. I can't always be that from saying I think about what mom would say, so I got you.
All right. All right. Okay. We got Daddy of 3 over here.
Mhm.
Mr. Mark. Mark, you are up.
I
Dre,
can't
I'm
really
gonna
hear
just
you.
drop you down for a second. Can you hear me? Let me see, because I don't know if it's too. Let me see.
Can you hear me? I can't really hear
Yeah.
you.
All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No, nothing.
Can't hear you. Let me try to jump off and jump back on.
Or we have freaking. It's the weather. It could be the weather, and he's driving. No. Okay. Mark the internet on another side. Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay, now you can hear me.
Yep.
So I got you down here twice. I'm gonna leave the other one of you down here in the bottom. So just in case. So I was saying father of three.
Yes.
When Mark and I met, he was a father of zero.
And then had one, and then
Woo! And then had, oh man, woo! Had, now how old is, I don't even, what is he, 15? How old is he now?
Gideon will actually
13.
be 14. He'll be 14 on Saturday. He'll be 14.
Woo!
Godric just turned 8 last week, and my daughter, she'll be 10 September 20th.
Wow. Gosh, them
Right.
years flew by, didn't they?
Huh? Time flew
I said,
by.
those years flew.
It flew. It really flew.
Mm-mm. So
But
what does being a father mean to you?
oh
And what
man,
do you enjoy most?
being a father. Well, in case nobody know, I'm divorced. I'm a divorced single father.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, divorced single father. Um, I think now being in the position I am, it means it's always meant the same thing, but I think it means some extra things now because the responsibility gets greater when you are being the father that is bringing on change, that's not doing things that are run of the mill. You know,
Mhm.
I'm considered the the um the generational um misconduct breaker, if that makes sense, on both sides. So for me, being a father, I'm a protector of my children. I'm a protector of their free mind. I'm a protector of their innocence. I'm a protector of just them being able to be who they are, if that makes sense.
Yes,
I'm
it does.
raising leaders. I'm raising leaders, so I can't teach my leaders how to be followers. I'm the father. You can't tell my kids because I said so. That'll trigger me
Mhm.
to
Yeah, these
have
different
to step
days.
in. Yeah,
Right.
these are different, because when you kids are kids, they pay attention to things and they equate not only things being, you know, being things from your parents, but they equate things from being from adults. So if fathers make things feel like it's okay when it's people who are not them, but they start they're okay also, and you don't want to open up those doors. So you don't want to teach your kids not to question adults. I teach my kids to be respectful, but they question everything because I don't ever want them thinking that you just do something because an adult said it, or you just do something because a family member said it. No, you
Right.
question everything.
Right.
If you don't feel comfortable, I teach my children to always be comfortable coming to me and
I
speaking
love it.
about whatever it is that's bothering them. You know what I'm saying? I encourage communication. I don't encourage blind loyalty with my
Right.
children. You
Right.
question everything, even if it's me. My 8 year old
Right.
comes to me and says, Dad, can I talk to you for a second? What do you want to talk about now? Well, Daddy, I don't like the way I don't like the way I feel when you told me I can't get Robux. I'm like, I understand you don't like how you feel, but
Right.
I can't
Right.
just keep giving you Robux. But he feels comfortable coming to tell you how he feels about that, and he's very respectful. So I want to instill that in my children because that's how you create great leaders. That's how you create
Right.
community leaders. They're not afraid to stand up for themselves. Sometimes a child's first bully is their parent, and when you
Mm-hmm.
do things to them like that, you wonder why they act a certain way when they get older because they never felt comfortable with the person they see every day. So they're gonna start
Right,
acting a
right.
different way when they go out here and start being teenagers and start being adults. So for me, being a father is being a protector and just being an educator, being a disciplinary, but not a disciplinary from abuse, a disciplinary of disciplehood. You know what I'm saying? Teaching my
Right,
kids
right.
how to be better than I am. You know what I'm saying? When they move forward.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see Alex just came in. Alex, I'll bring you up in just a second. Um, so what is okay? So I think like a lot of what you just said kind of goes in um into the question number two, which is what is one lesson of value that you hope your children will carry with them throughout life?
Um, One major lesson that I tell my children, even now, because like I said, we can't hide the fact that they live in two different worlds right now. And I'm a totally different person than their other parent. So I teach my children, one, we don't we don't lie to protect the reputation of people who need to be better. We hold them accountable by basically seeing the space that they choose to be in, and we treat them
Right.
how they are in that space. We don't tell lies for shitty behavior. We say it's shitty behavior and keep moving. And um we don't accept mediocrity disguised as love.
Oh, I love that. I love
I tell
that.
my children all the time, be careful between mediocrity and love, because sometimes people will tell you to do some of the worst things in the nicest of loving ways because they don't want to see you grow.
Mm-hmm.
So be very careful about receiving mediocrity disguised as love.
Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. That's real deep. And then I
Yeah.
want to say the last question. What would you like to say to your kids? I mean, like you just kind of said it in a lot of question number two, but if they were watching this, just expressing your feelings or your love. You don't gotta cry. The guy said trying to make people cry.
Nah, I
Woo!
think I just want them to always remember, be a leader, because that's what my father taught me. The one time I got in trouble that I really thought I was really gonna get in trouble for, I remember I skipped school and I followed some friends to a girl's house, and the police came and took us back to school. And my father
Mm,
picked me up. I was like, I already know, man, he about to lose his daggone mind. And I looked at my father, man, and he had the worst. It was a combination of disappointment and
yeah.
fear on his face. And I was like, "What's up?" And the only thing he could say to me, he's like, "Did I teach you to follow people?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "You just follow some people somewhere and did that and got brought back to school." He said, "Man, I ain't teach you to be a follower." He said,
Yeah.
"That can go bad for you." He said, "You
Very
don't
bad.
follow people out here." He said, "I don't teach you to be a follower." And I always remember that because I just knew that I was gonna be in a lot of trouble, but he just couldn't believe that I follow somebody. So I teach my kids, don't be followers, be leaders. Like, be okay with being by yourself. Be okay at an early age cutting off your
Right.
friends who are not healthy for you. My
Yeah.
kids will tell you right now, I'm not feeling the way he was talking to me over the daggone robot game, so I ain't talking
Right.
to him right now. All right, that's cool. You should be able to, but make
Right.
sure you
Right.
circle back and you see what that feels like before you let that person back on your Roblox game, because
Right.
that equates to the rest of your life. Kids learn those lessons early. Parents will tell kids, "Oh no, he's just being a kid." No, he not. Your
Yeah.
son or daughter is using the skills that they have called discernment early. And we shut that
Mhm.
down by telling children, "Oh no, we just give them pass," or we don't give them the credit for being discerning. We shut it down and tell them, "Oh no, no, it's just that." No, it meant a lot to them at their age. But when they start
Right.
to show discernment and show that they can make good decisions, capitalize on that, because it just makes it stronger as they get older.
Awesome. 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 Hey Reese. Hey Reese. Thanks for coming in. All these awesome dads on the stage. I see Alex. Alex, let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. I'll pull you up. These four guys, on the, Mark driving, Alex on the train. Uh Mark,
Be
I'm gonna
careful on that
drop you
train.
just so you safe. I'm gonna drop you, so I want you focusing on driving, but you can
I'm
still
good.
listen out because I'll probably bring up everybody at the end if you still are here. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and. All right. Let's see. What's up? What's up, Alex? Can you hear me? Oh, Alex can't really hear. Alex. So I want to talk about Alex. I met Alex back in the day in high school. We used to party together. So your girl know how to do a little Spanish dancing and the merengue and all that other stuff. So this is one of the guys I used to party with back then. We would hit up all the Spanish clubs and stuff like that together. Real good guy. Real good guy. Taya's probably got a call, so I'm gonna bring him down. So we're gonna look at Alex's ear. But yeah, Alex is I can't let me unmute you, Alex.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I can hear you. I
I
can
can't hear
hear you.
you anymore. I'm
You
sorry,
can't
I'm
hear
on the
me?
train.
You got earbuds? You got earbuds?
Give me a
Phone?
second. Give me a second.
Okay. Okay. So I'll finish talk about him in a second. So we would all like meet up and like after the mall, work at the mall and all that other stuff. And we'd meet up and hit the club. And oh my gosh, it's so crazy because you be able to hit the club and go to freaking work the next day. I definitely know that them days is over for me. Dre, I'm gonna bring you up while we wait on him. So Dre, you remember them days being able to party
Oh, I did it up
and go
until
to
my
work the
30s.
next
Trust me.
day without no problem?
Oh, I did it up until my 30s. Trust me. Oh, I know.
Woo, until your
You
30s.
forgot I
Can
was
you
in the
hear me?
military. Trust me. I get it. I did it. I did a
Let me
lot
I
of
don't
it.
think I can hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear
Okay.
you.
All right. Okay, so I'll let you come back up. Maybe when you get to a better spot.
All right, let me
So
try
I'm not
to
in it.
exit out and come back in. See
Okay.
if that works.
Yeah, we used to, me and him used to, woo.
I
I don't know about no 30s. Well, you had one kid, so you could probably do that. By
yeah.
that time, I
Well,
had
you
3.
figure. Well, I had one kid, and then, like I said, Brother Mark touched on the same point that I could identify with. I was a divorced single father, you
Yeah.
know, and I was, for a minute I didn't have it, but close by, but I
Right.
still had a village to help me raise my son. And even in like for the longest, I didn't have it close by. Like the main part of it was when I was stationed in North Carolina, and I had family that was 5 minutes up the street, but they wasn't really reliable. And then I had family 45 minutes down the street that I just didn't want to trouble with them,
Right.
trouble them with stuff like that. But they would help me out, of course, if I needed it. And sometimes they would volunteer. So I didn't get out a whole lot, but man, when I did, I would come home on like holiday weekends and stuff like that. And my mom, my sister, like go out, have some fun,
Yeah,
get
yeah,
up with your
yeah.
homeboys from high school and dudes that are still my good friends to this day. Get out, go have some fun.
Because
So it
you
was
got
just like,
you gotta have your
man,
time too, Alex, can you hear me? Okay, let me unmute you. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh,
Can you hear
there
me?
you
hey,
go.
I can hear
Yes,
you,
Good.
brother.
yes. Me and Dre was going down memory lane about partying.
Hey,
Okay.
So
for
we was
sure,
waiting.
for sure,
I had
for
said
sure.
that's how I met you. I think we met at a club back in the day.
Right.
And we would just go out and have a good time, party a lot.
Right.
So he was my dancing partner a couple of times, him and some other
Yeah.
friends teaching me how to do the little Spanish dances.
No.
We got to get up
Right.
and go out some more, Alex, because I miss you. Because
That's
we
right.
had some good times. So, but Alex, tell us about you, like your dad, how many you have, and all that stuff.
Okay, so a little bit about what my father. My father was alcoholic, so he died when I was 12.
Oh,
So really, I was raised by my mom. So it was me and my brother DC, native Washingtonian, always representing. So when I became a father of my daughter, I made sure that I would always be there for her. So I think while she grew up, I missed only one field trip because I didn't have a father. I wanted to make sure that she had a father that was always there. So it
Right.
was very, very special to me. Um, I became a single father. She came to live with me, put her through college, graduated last year from Towson
Salute to
University.
you, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate
All
that.
you guys are single dads, and I didn't know, like this
Yeah.
is actually amazing. So this works. Okay.
Yeah. So and she still lives with me. So it's just me and her, and that's my baby. Uh, you know, being a father's been a challenge, especially for a girl. I'm not a woman, so I don't know the first thing about what goes on with a woman's body.
Yeah.
And so when she was growing up and she was going through her cycle, I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a sister, so I had to ask people.
Right.
But that came with parenthood, fatherhood. I think it's one of the biggest and greatest gifts that I can say that I have been a part of. And and like I said, she's my baby. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her. And as a parent, you sacrifice. You sacrifice as a father. Unfortunately, her mother chose not to be in her life, and so there's always challenges with that because every kid, I believe, whether a girl or a boy, needs their mother. Because I had a mother, and my mother, thankfully, is still alive, and she's my everything. She's
Yeah.
the reason I'm the person who I am is because of her. So
Absolutely.
much respect to not just the fathers but the mothers. I think I know we as fathers don't get the credit like mothers, but I think that we don't do it for the credit. I think we do it because it's our responsibility,
Right.
and
Real
that's how
dad
I take
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
And because didn't have my father for a long time, I wanted to make sure that she did, and she does. I should say.
That is so
So that's a little bit
awesome.
about my story.
Yeah. And I did, I would always see her on your page and stuff.
I think
But
I lost
I'll be too
audio.
intrusive.
Can't hear what you're saying.
Oh no, I think you about to go to the garage, probably getting ready to lose you a little bit. But yeah, I did not know that you were a single dad. I would always
can't
see
hear
her
you.
with you. Okay. It's okay. So probably once you get outside, it'll come back through. But yeah, so wow, I did not know going into picking all these guys that they were. I knew Dre and Teus were single dads. I did not know Alex and Mark was a recent divorced single dad because Facebook, I don't be in everybody's business either.
I know you. I can't hear you, but you can probably hear me. And I want to say thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I joined late. I had a dinner
You're working
meeting with some old coworkers that I had to meet after work. And actually, speaking of my daughter, she's here to pick me up with my dog.
Beautiful. I love the guy picking you up. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. That's awesome.
I can't hear you for some reason, Khalidi. I don't know if I lost the audio.
I can bring you up later. He said he can't hear me, but I'll just bring him up later, and I'm gonna bring the rest of these guys back up, and see how that works because he's freezing up. All right, guys. All right. This is so great, y'all. I did not know that all these guys were single dads. They need their props. Let's see. All right. What in the world? Dre's crazy. All right, let's see. All right, let me see. I'm gonna try to add Alex back. Are you back, Alex?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Man, let me say this. Hold on. All these brothers, man, made some super valid points, man. Every last one. Man, brother Mark hit on some great shit. And just I think he hit on a point of just letting your kids know that you're gonna be there for them.
Mhm.
And like I said, there's no instruction manual for that shit, but just letting them know that you there.
Right.
And
Right.
brother Alex, he hit on a point that was a bar. This man said single fathers don't do it for the credit. Man, listen, put that shit on a t-shirt. That was
Yeah.
gangster as hell, and I love it.
Dre was in the back putting his arms up and everything. He was cheering for you,
I
Alex.
love it.
He
We don't
loved what
do
you
it for the
said.
credit.
I appreciate it.
We don't do it for the credit. We don't. We get credit for it sometimes, but that ain't why we do it. That ain't. When the last time you heard a brother say, "I'm a strong, independent black man. And I'm a single father, and I do it for that"? And this, you ain't never heard it, never. And I'm not trying to start no shit. Maybe I am, but maybe I am.
You try to
I
get
ain't trying
it
to start no
started.
shit. Maybe I am. But
Let me ask
but being real, single fathers, they we do it on the, we just do it. We just do it. And then it's just like, hey, and when you ask us, just like you said, Cole, you had no idea so many of us were single fathers.
Yeah.
You had
Y'all
no
not
idea.
announcing it.
I mean, you knew me, you knew that
Right.
I was, and you knew that Brother Tez was,
Yeah.
but you had no idea. But and this is what we do. And to us, it's not a badge of honor or nothing like that. It's just something that we call life. It's something that we have to do. And if somebody recognizes it and says, "Damn, bro, you a single dad?" Yeah. We're not looking for a fucking parade.
Yeah.
We just trying to do the best by our kids, man. And we just don't want to see our kids out here in the world, man. And you've seen how fucked up and crazy everything is out here nowadays.
We just ready to get into that, but let me ask Alex.
Man, hold on. Let me relax. All right, I'll relax. Let me relax.
So Alex, you sitting in the car right now with your daughter. Yeah. So the guys they're by themselves, but here we go. So what is one lesson of value that you hope your daughter will carry with her throughout life?
Oof. That I would say hard work pays off, because she knows that I've worked hard all my life to get the things that we need, or that we have, I should say. And because I didn't have a silver spoon, I had to work hard, even when she was going through college. Again, we as parents, as fathers, we sacrifice our time, our energy, but I was never tired, because I knew that I was doing it for her, and that's all I want her to take with her when I leave this world, that my daddy worked hard, and he never gave up on me. That's one thing that I want her to take, and she knows, and I'm sure she can say, if anybody asks her, that I never gave up on her. I never have given up on her, and every step of the way of her struggles was my struggle too.
Wow, like what you're saying? Yeah. Let me out so I can go to the bathroom, fellas. Because we hear women say that. We hear single moms
Yeah.
say, things to that nature. But single dads, like Dre was kind of saying earlier, like even just trying to find somebody to babysit. If you do want to go out sometimes, if you do need time to yourself, you guys still have to find a babysitter, and stuff like that too, And then I
Thank
think
God for my mom.
dating, like we get ready to go down another hole here of getting back out here, and dating and being a single parent, like and knowing how to navigate that and whatnot. So let me ask y'all, like,
So,
how does that work?
so one thing for me, my priority has always been my baby, my daughter. If someone came along, they came along. However, they have to understand that I come with a package, right? I'm a package deal, and if they
That's
can't
right.
accept that, then I can't be with you.
Right.
Let me touch on something like that. So when I came into my wife's life, I felt like this. In order to accept a woman with a child, you got to accept that child first, and that's
Right.
how I carried, and that's how I lived my life since then.
Thank you.
So Alex, I think you had came in a little later, but Teus is actually a widower, and he met his
Oh,
wife's daughter, and it
my
was
condolences.
love at
Thank you.
first meet, and he's been her dad ever since. And now he's getting ready to become a granddad.
Oh wow.
So he is,
Great.
if we see such bad stigmas and stuff like that about dads. So, I think I did see Mark in some stories, but I be minding my business. So I seen Mark on some dates. Oh no, now his I was about to say, don't sit up here and get frozen now.
Man, you telling that man business.
Nah,
Whoa.
He
Whoa.
put it on Facebook too. It
Whoa.
wasn't no secret
Let's
story.
be easy. Let's
nah,
not.
it's no secret. It's no secret. I mean,
Just you don't got to talk and specifically about that. Just going back into the dating world after being divorced in general, like it's different out here.
Woo.
It's different,
Woo.
and then you
it's
got
It's
kids
different.
funny.
too.
And like he said, you gotta prioritize your kids with any and everything. For me, nobody like I'm the person that I'm dating now because I've become the most serious. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna go plug the car. I just picked up my boys. But the person I'm dating now is the first person that I've dated since we were done almost 4 years ago. This is the first person that they're probably going to meet because I didn't feel like I was going to be serious with anybody until this person that I'm dating because I don't know, it just didn't feel right then. The person I'm dating now, she's a mom also, but her daughter is she's graduated from college, so she knows what that's like to be a single parent, and she kind of knows what boundaries not to cross and where to fit in. And for her, she wanted to wait because like after getting divorced, my ex-wife, she moved on dating but totally went against what was in our divorce decree. Basically just did it all wrong, and my kids were asking me a whole bunch of weird questions and everything like that. So I told my girl now, I was like, well, nah, we'll go ahead and meet the kids. And she was like, nah. She was like, we're not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys know it's kind
So,
of
Do the right
cloudy and
thing.
stuff.
so yeah, he's going.
Right.
So,
She's like, we're gonna do the right thing. She's like, we're gonna wait the time that we're supposed to wait because you did that for your kids. Just because she doesn't do it the right way doesn't mean we come back and do it the wrong way also and double down on your kids. And that meant a lot to me because I'm like, yo, she's prioritizing my kids like I would want somebody to look at my kids in this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sorry, y'all. He's
So
breaking up.
one of
Yeah.
the
Because we have, I mean, especially, man, you your
And
Can I
kids,
wouldn't
speak on
mind
this
having
real
around
quick?
children.
you gotta be careful. I mean, men
Can
and
I
women. There's
speak
some
on
people
this real quick?
that's not hinged right. So you definitely gotta be careful about who you
Yeah.
you start letting in and stuff like that. I've heard, like, I had a friend that I worked with that was raised by a single dad, and she was just like, when my dad wasn't around, this is how we was treated and this and that. And then she was like, I guess he just really wanted to be with this woman because when we told him, he didn't believe us. And I'm like, what? That be happening over, well, there too. And then it's like, some people, I feel like they so lonely.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a tangent here, to have somebody that they stop putting, mama got to have a life too, or daddy got to have a life too. And they put aside what their kids need. And you cannot do that.
And
Can I
that's
speak on that real quick?
wrong. Like my godson had a child, and I remember telling him, I was like, you don't have any free time anymore. The things that you heard other people say, oh, I need time for myself. You don't get time for yourself. You get the time that's left over after you give it to your kids. That's your time. But you don't prioritize.
Right. Kids got to come first. Mark, I don't know where you moved to.
So I want to say something because my story is a little bit kind of like the brother who just spoke. So I'm divorced too, and so after my divorce, I chose to be by myself for 5 years. And that's just my time to work on me. And another reason was because I didn't want my daughter to see. I'm the first man in her life, so I have to be an example for her. So so the woman that she knows that I've been with is the person who I'm with now and her mother. So and the person who I'm with now, I probably waited about 2 to 3 years before she ever met for the first time they met, because I had to protect my daughter from just anybody. I had to make sure that this is the person that I'm with, and this person is good, first of all, and is going to accept my baby, and accept me and my baby, first of all.
My bad, y'all.
Because
Service
people be
terrible over here.
just having their representatives. Like, it's hard enough to just date when you don't have kids. And then, like, when you start dating again, you got to think about everything. Like, even for my daughter, as a lot of you guys know, we lost Rome's father, tragically. And then it's like, for her to, me and her have a conversation about now her being a single mom, his dad being gone, and now trying to find somebody to date. And she's like the standards that were already higher, because this man can ultimately be, if I'm serious with him, he's going to be an example for Rome. Yeah. And he has to be the best example because, Rome already lost his dad, So don't let nobody, Rome's dad was not a hood dude or anything like that, but we end up losing him anyway. But she's definitely not trying to, be with somebody that's out there in the street and, and all that type of stuff. It's different. It's different. And sadly, I'm glad to hear you guys went through all this thought process. Because let me tell you, some women do not. They do not. They just be ready to have somebody, anybody, and just have anybody around their kids, sadly, and things go bad real quick. But this is a positive post, so want to keep it positive. So I just, like I said, I chose you guys because you guys were all so very positive. I see what y'all doing on Facebook and stuff, even if I don't see you guys all the time, live. It's always great. Okay, let me hold on. I see my homie Sonny. Let me bring Sonny up. Hold on, guys. Let me see where Sonny. All right, there you go. Hey, Sonny, what's up? Can you hear
me? Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, I got some pretty handsome friends up here, ladies. If y'all in the they taking, but I'm just saying. Okay, so Sonny,
how do I open it wider?
I don't know.
But hey.
I can bring him back up. Ted, you get darker and darker back there. You like you in the FBI.
I'm outside relaxing.
I'm gonna see if I can get Sonny back up. I think he accidentally
But I'll
came
say this,
down.
even with after my wife passed, my wife told me, I want you to enjoy life, get married again, have kids, right? Because I have no biological children.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only really dealt with one woman seriously since my wife passed away. And my wife gave me a hard pass on that too, prior
Right.
to her. And dating, wow, just the dating world, even it's crazy. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
same.
It's
Not.
wild.
Man, look, I I don't know how they do it anymore. I'm like, man, you know what? I've been with this on and off with the same woman. You know what? I just make that work. Just make it work.
Right.
Because there ain't
It's
no
Scary
point.
out here.
it's wild. Cole, you ain't tell us that women
Women
are
became
disgusting.
men.
They did.
Women became men.
They did.
Oh God.
He right.
They
They
are.
became men. Real
Yeah,
talk.
women, yeah, they got, I'm telling you, I can't give all the secrets though. But let me ask Sonny. Sonny, you ready to come up? Let me try to get Sonny up here. Sonny, can you hear me? Sonny, I met Sonny on Black Planet, y'all. So we know how long ago Black Planet
Oh,
was out.
you talking about the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yes. I met Sonny. Sonny down. I think Sonny in Texas now, but he originally from B-more. I think that was what his name was on Black Planet. So Sonny was a single dad too, and then Sonny got married to his wife Sean. Very beautiful girl, real nice folks. Sonny, can you hear me yet? I tell you, you men in technology, boy. Woo! I thought I was bad. I don't know where Alex when he got black on his. I don't know if he may have got a phone call, but he's still here. I can still see who's here. Tejas is totally disappeared.
You can
Sonny,
still, I can see me.
who was that? Was that you, Tejas?
I can see myself.
Let me see your teeth. Let me see your teeth show up. Mark showing us, I don't know, he's showing us the house. Oh gosh. So, but yeah, let me see if I can fit. I should be able to fit Dre up in here. I'm hoping Sonny, I can hear Sonny. Sonny?
Yeah, you can hear
There
me
you
now?
go. I got you.
Cool.
Cool. So I don't know. Were you able to hear me at all?
Yeah. I was trying to send a comment, but I guess it wasn't going through, you know?
Okay. So I'm here with these other dads, and we're just talking about fatherhood. They are now single dads. Single dads differently divorced. I have Tejas, who's a widower. He's getting ready to be a granddad. His daughter's getting ready to have a baby next month. We got Alex on here. Me and Alex used to party back in the day. We got Mark showing us his room with his kids. Is that the kids' room? I don't know. He's a divorced father, a single dad of 3. And then we have Dre. Let me see. Dre was moving around. Let me see if I can bring Dre back up. All right, I got Dre. So I think everybody should be up here.
Hey,
So
please let me weigh in on the dating aspect. Please.
let me ask Sonny his father questions, and then
Yes,
we can
sir.
do the open
Yes,
panel.
yes. Let me hear that.
Dre got a lot of stuff that he need to say, guys.
Woo!
So Sonny,
Woo!
tell us about how many children you have and all that stuff, your little introduction.
I got 7.
Woo!
Ooh, buddy.
But 5 is biological, 2 is stepkids.
Mm-hmm.
But
So you're a dad
the
who stepped up, and I love it.
The father never been there for the 2, so I pretty much been there the whole time, almost.
Man,
Salute.
can we have another panel about stepdads who stepped up?
Yes, we
Woo!
can. Let's talk. If you
That
guys
junk
want,
gonna
I
be
mean,
on
I'm
fire.
a woman here, but I think you
That
definitely
shit
probably can
gonna
have.
be on
Y'all can
fire.
make a man circle out of this somehow, you know. So
What?
how are the stepkids, Sonny?
So one is turning 22 in November, and one will be turning 18 in January.
Okay, because you and Sean been
So
together
they
for
almost
long.
all gone.
Yeah,
How long has you
yeah.
been
Almost
in their
all of
life?
them. Because 3 of them already out.
Mm-hmm.
How long had you been in their life with the oldest one?
Is there a way to make this mic louder?
I know,
You
right?
know, sometimes I think like I can hear Alex real good when he was on his headset, and I think Mark was on a headset too. So sometimes if you have the headset on, it works better.
Because I got the
I was on
volume on
here
my shit all the way up.
Right.
and you can't hear me. Let me see if I can turn my maybe I need to turn my microphone up. Can you hear me better now?
I hear you about the same.
About the same? I don't know.
How long had you been in their life with the oldest one?
Hold on. Let me get my math together because
Doing
I
math.
just got off
Doing
work, so I'm tired. I say like 14 years.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yo, you been there. You been
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You been there.
Cause Sonny
You
had
been there.
Sonny, you had how many before you got married though? Was it two girls? I can't
No,
keep
I
up.
had 3.
The 3.
My oldest son and then my 2 daughters.
Okay, yeah. And then Sonny and got married, and they had 2 more little ones. They started all over. They so cute. They started over. So
Yeah.
Sonny, what do you like about being a dad?
I say 1 because it changed me. You know, when my first son was born, let me retract. Before my son was born, I was out there. I was wilding, you know, doing all kind of wild shit. And then after he was born, I stopped everything. I chilled out. But after that, I feel like I actually had a conversation because I go on Bigo, and I've been talking to some South Africans, and we was talking about this, and I felt like they made me I guess sit down and think more because I was moving so fast, you know. But when I had time to calm down and just sit there, I thought about a lot more things. You know, I seen things in a different picture. You know, I mean, you know me, Coco. I've always been real open minded. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
seen things on another level. You know, so I think that's one thing, but also is just seeing them grow. You know, and seeing the characters that they become. You know,
Absolutely. So is that one of the lessons or values that you have for your kids that you want them to, you know, maybe like see what you've been through? Because Sonny's from Baltimore, y'all. So Sonny's seen a lot. I mean, just probably in this area anyway, guys. You know how it is.
yeah. I mean,
You
but
know?
I mean that stuff goes on everywhere. I mean, Baltimore's wild, but that stuff goes on everywhere. You know, but
These are our cousins.
I guess what I want my kids to take from it is I can tell them all day what I've done and gone through, but I feel like at the end of the day, kids gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. So like I'm not that type to be on that, you know, if my daughter, you know, wanna go on a date when she's 14, I gotta keep the gun close. I don't feel like that. Because if I'm like that, she's just gonna do it behind my back. So I stay real open minded with all my kids and real clear and I pretty much lay things out on the table, you know.
Because that's something that the other guy said before you got on about communication, open communication, and being able, you know, because you want your kids to be able to come to you and talk to you about things and not hide it.
Yeah,
because and be ashamed because they're gonna do it behind
they're
your
gonna
back.
do it because we did it. We did, you know. I mean, so I could talk to my mom, but I couldn't talk to my father about shit. But I felt like if I'm more upfront with my kids, you know, that and make them feel more comfortable, they'll be, you know, more willing to talk to me about shit. You
Mhm.
know, it's not always the case, but I feel like it works better. You know, but I also let my kids. I'll give my kids ideas or options to do things, but I don't try to force them into do anything.
Right.
You know, I want them to make their own way. They got to make their own mistakes and learn from their own mistakes. You know, that's just me. You know, that's how I am with.
So, because you have so all of you guys, let me make sure everybody has daughters except Dre. So I'm a girl dad. I mean, I'm a girl dad. It's me and my two sisters, and and it's my dad. And I will say, like, I was probably closer with my mom because she's a woman, and being able to come and tell her everything and whatever. And some things like losing my virginity, dad wasn't gonna hear about it. But it sounds like Taz and Mark and
Man, look
you
here.
guys, I don't know. Y'all may have that type of relationship.
I was
with
happy at
single
one point.
dad.
My daughter liked girls, and I was like, yes. Ain't no babies going to around no time soon. Then next thing you know, this boy pop up on the goddamn screen like,
Surprise, surprise.
Actually, I had to check my oldest daughter one day because she got a little too comfortable. You know,
No, not
and she
Jessica.
started telling me, I'm like, look, TMI, I don't need to know all that. You know, what I mean? She got a little too, I don't want to display it, but, you know,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
got a
She was
little
like,
too,
what you
but I
My
doing,
think she
son
was
is
Dad?
drunk
so
too. So, you know, there's that part.
my son is so money oriented and he's so goal driven
Mm-hmm.
that he doesn't know the touch of a woman, if you know what I
Oh
mean.
gosh, you on here
He's a
telling his
workaholic.
business.
Yeah, yeah. And
He's
like
telling his business.
oh,
he, he he was
that
in
first one
school,
going to tear him up.
for a while, and then he was like, you know what, this ain't the move. I was like, nah, I'm tired of this. And then he got
Tay
a
is
job,
right.
started working, and then the job was kind of a dead end, and he was like, you know what, fuck this. This is stupid. I'm going back to school, Pop. I said, all right, bet. I got your back. And amidst all that, like I said, he hasn't known the touch of a
You
woman.
just telling all his business.
And
He gonna
I'm
lose his
like,
mind.
and
But
I'm cool with
but
that.
he might not be ready. You
Nah,
know,
he might not be ready, and aside from that, he ain't tripping because he was like, yeah, I can't miss what I ain't had, but I
Hell.
know I don't want to be broke, so fuck that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that is my spirit. That is my father's spirit running all through his. That is his grandmother's spirit, my mom, running all through his veins, and so I get it.
So do you guys
Eventually,
want? I mean, I think you do want your daughters to be able to come to you guys, and I'm saying this because not to go to a dark side of it, right? Because they have to feel comfortable, especially if it may be dangerous. Because some of these youngins out here ain't wrapped too tight. They're not
these
wrapped too
niggas
tight,
is
and
emotional and
you
crazy
got your
as shit.
dad. You got your dad that you
Some of these little
depend on
niggas
to
is
protect you.
wild.
So they got to be able to come to you and say, "Hey, Dad." Like Mark already said, "I'm a protector." He got his one daughter, and he got two sons. So I already know sister's going to be she's good, But they have to feel comfortable to be able to come and say, "Dad, like this dude is weird," or
Yeah,
like this dude
yeah.
is,
Us as fathers of girls, you have to, and just kids in general, you got to create a safe space of communication. You can't. It doesn't work when you take hands off and expect them to work it out. That's not our job. Our job is to be the safe space that they can come to us for anything. I don't expect my kids to work nothing out. I expect them to come to
right,
me and ask questions. I don't expect them to make mistakes. I expect them to come to me before they make mistakes. They're gonna make mistakes, but the
yeah,
expectation And children are a product of our expectation. They're not a product of environment. They're a product of our expectations. My expectation for my children is come to me. But I can't tell them to come to me if every time they come to me, I'm shutting them down or telling them that they can't talk about it, or I'm judging them for feeling how they feel. I'm always welcoming my kids for everything. I just gotta understand that kids got a mind of their own, and they're gonna ask some weird questions sometimes. I chose to be a parent. They didn't choose to be a kid, so I got to take everything that comes with it. Because a lot of us don't realize it's that one conversation that you told your kid that you can't have that'll shut down the safety, and they'll never come talk to you again. And that's when they start doing things behind your back. That's when they start doing things without telling you. That's when they start doing things, experimenting, and you never knew about it, because that one time you made them feel unsafe, that is setting the tone for how your communication and how you bond with your child for the rest of their life. So you have to let them come to you with the weird stuff. You got to let them come to you in those uncomfortable moments and help them feel comfortable, because that's our job.
And
I
I
can
think
touch
that
on
was
that
something
because
definitely different from, like I guess we're all kind of the same age group, because my dad ain't know I was having sex till I was pregnant. It was just nothing. It was just like, surprise, I'm pregnant, and it's, the second one I was like, oh Lord, I ain't saying nothing. I was trying to hide it, but then my dad's sister and old women just be saying anything and ask me why was my nose so big, and my dad, I was like, what the, like. Yeah, my nose was big. Like, I already got a wide nose, but that joint was like a whole nother. It was huge.
They know how to tell.
Yeah, she was
They
like,
know the
"Good
signs.
Lord!" Yeah, she was
right.
like, "Good Lord!"
The
And
sideburns
my
ain't
dad
growing
was in
no
the
more. We can tell
kitchen.
something's going on.
He said,
But I want to touch on what Mark said, because
"Know it."
I would be that
Go ahead,
dad who I'd rather for her to bring the boys over to the house, so I knew she was in a safe place. I was there. I can control their environment. Because first of all, you being safe enough to say, Dad, I want this boy to come over. So you know how I am already. Who is he? We hang out at, them type of things. And I've always controlled that environment. She said, Dad, you always made it a safe place for me to say, hey, I do one of my little friends to come over or whatever, whoop-de-doo. Especially when she graduated from high school. I'm like, okay. And she got in the 20s. Like, all right. Who's this little fella? But you had to, when you walked through that door, the first thing you had to do, you had to speak to me. Because you ain't speak to me, you got to go.
But there's still some strict rules with that, because even
It
my
definitely was
daughter,
strict rules.
I want my daughter to date. I want my daughter to know what it's like. I want you to experience, you know, those things when I'm close to you. So when you have problems, I can help you. I don't want you to experience a lot of those things by yourself. That's why it's important to let kids be okay with interacting with the opposite sex, but doing it in a tasteful way that is for kids. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
You don't want to tell your daughter, oh nah, you can't, I don't want you talking to boys. And nah, I want my daughter to talk to boys. I want her to learn how to know at an early age, this is acceptable, this isn't acceptable. Because like I said,
Exactly.
when you shut those things down, you
but
stifle a kid, and when they start picking up things as a grown adult and they don't know, they making childlike mistakes as an adult. And that's how they get manipulated. That's how they get taken advantage of. And that one thing I said earlier, like that's how they start taking mediocrity disguised as love, because they just learning that as they are getting older, when they should have been learning it even in grade school. It's okay. I told my daughter, it's okay. You like that boy? It's okay to like the boy. You're supposed to like boys, but you ain't supposed to be doing anything inappropriate with boys. That's how you let that grow in a healthy way. But getting older, yeah, there'll still be rules, because one thing you can't as an adult do, you can't get mad at your child for doing something when you allow them to do those things to get those results. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no boys coming up in your room. They can be in the house, but they're not coming into your room, because I'm now, and remember I said what we do as fathers, we make our kids think that certain things are okay. If I allow you to be in a situation to where you about to sneak and do something, then I'm at fault. And a lot of times as fathers, we don't look at ourselves and say, what did I do to allow this to get these results? We start getting mad at the kid. But it started with us and the things that we allow in that space for kids to even be making that decision. Don't let them be in a position to make a decision that you gonna regret. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, well,
I,
When
I grew up.
when I
My
man,
was
look,
dad was
coming
a
up,
deacon.
when
I
I
My
was
dad
love
was
it.
coming
a
up, when I
deacon.
was coming up
So
in
I
the Air
mean,
Force, man.
I stuck
When I was
around.
coming up
I
in the Air
stuck.
Force, man, the old heads used to tell me, and this is when my son, this is when my ex-wife, son's mother, got pregnant with my son. They told me some real shit, and what they told me was, and it may sound vulgar, it may sound a little fucked up, but it is what it is. They said, "Oh, they said, well, if you have a boy, you only got one dick to worry about.
Oh
If you have a
goodness.
girl, you got to worry about everybody else's." And that was the coldest shit I ever heard in my life.
And that's why with that, I told
On
my
a whole
daughter
nother
everything
level.
I've done bad
That
in
was
my
the
life to
coldest
women.
shit I ever heard. And I
I,
was
I
like, it's just the truth.
it is
Hmm.
When
the
you got a
truth.
son, you got to make sure he don't stick his dick in the cactus and do some dumb shit.
When
With
I
a
said,
girl, you
look,
got
my
to
daughter
make
know my
sure a
good, my
thousand
bad, and my ugly.
cactuses don't come running at your daughter.
Not the cactus.
It is.
Cactus.
Tell me I'm
Mm-hmm.
lying.
You're not
You
lying
Nah,
ain't
it's
because,
lying.
like I
true.
said, I
Tell me
told my
I'm
daughter
lying.
my bad, my truth, and my ugly, so she knew what to expect from boys.
Yeah,
I
Hmm.
yeah.
never lied to her about my past.
But that's real. But that's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's real. And that's transparent and
It's
real
real
on your part.
on a huge note, because I mean, for you guys, right? I mean, because you're men, right? And you're good guys, right? So, but there are some people out
We
here
give it one hell
that
of
are
a shot.
not good guys. They're not good guys. And I'm not even talking about just men that are trying, I mean, people, dating. I'm talking about just around predators, like all of that type of stuff that, like, just being creepy, man. If you guys would see, I'm a grown woman, but if you
We
guys
can't
would see
speak
the
on the creep.
inboxes that I get sometimes,
If we
pictures
not a
like back
creep,
in the
we
day
can't
when I
speak
was a
on
big
creep.
thing, when I'm sending pictures and stuff, like it's like being a girl, it's like, so it's a dangerous thing, like, and it's always good to know that you have your
Like it ain't
dad,
creepy being a dude.
and no, I'm talking about on a whole, I'm talking about SA attacking, that type of stuff. So when you're
Like it ain't creepy
saying you're
being a
worried
dude.
about them, being together, I mean, not being together, in a relationship, it's like you got to also worry about people that they're not in a relationship with, or they're walking, like I always tell my kids, like, you got to pay attention to your surroundings, because like you have to teach them their survival skills, I guess, as dads, like you
Right,
have
and
to be
and
able to
and
show
that's right
them.
because I used to tell my daughter like this: if you at a bar, you don't take no drink from nobody unless you see that bartender pour it. And I can even say that
Mhm.
somehow red light district people have been in the same bars with my daughter, and I could have been there and left. They made sure she was okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because you gotta, like, I mean, I had my daughter, so like Alex, like I said, me and Alex go way back. We used to party and hang out together. And so we had a real close friend named Oliver that passed away. I always talk about my boy Oliver. And so we would go out. Oliver had a daughter, and then Oliver also had a son. And he was a great, happy dad. He was always happy about, his kids. But I always felt, thanks, babe. I always felt very secure when we would go out to clubs and all this stuff, hanging with Alex and all of them, because they would save us from the creeps. We could just kind of like, go hang with them, and we knew no one was going to put anything on our drink, or try to go off with us, or, no wild stuff, and that's just going out, hanging out. So like you said, at red light district folks, they knew you, they knew your daughter. So, they was looking out, because I'm telling you, man, it be people, family people, sometimes family members be weird.
Look how many creepy
all of
ass
that,
aunties there are.
all of that.
Hold on, I can use this for example.
Look how many creepy ass aunties there are. All them
Yeah.
aunties that's like, damn, if he was my man, and all of that shit. And all of that
You
shit
say
gets
that about
smiled
your
at.
son?
Man, look, I think I'm probably still 17 or 18 at that time. I was still in high school. I had a chick picking me up from high school.
Mm.
Man, I
Well,
was 19 years old
back
smashing a
back then, people
38-year-old
used to
chick,
date
and I
older.
was fresh in the fucking military. Speaking of which,
I had
speaking
that
of which,
happen when I was 16.
What, an older woman?
Yeah, I had my own
Oh.
apartment at 16, and I'd have like little house parties, and I'd have older women like late 20s, early 30s come through, and they'd be all impressed because I had an apartment, and you know, I don't want to give details, but it'd be on from there, you know. But
So
to me, I
I had one who
was
trying
like,
to
oh
get in the
shit,
strap.
you know.
Like,
But if you look at it now, it's like, damn, I was getting molested.
yeah, I agree because I was 17, 18, and the chick had me stripping for older chicks.
Oh my goodness.
But to you as a man, you're like, hell yeah, I'm
Hold on.
Yeah,
getting
I thought I
on.
was a man. I was look, I'm telling my friends in high school, hey,
Hold on.
I did this.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hold on. Y'all was talking about the dating game and being a single parent and all of that shit. And let me say this, and I'm gonna speak this shit from experience, and I don't give a fuck who knows it. But I remember a time when there was the whole little I love a man in uniform. I love a man in uniform. Mind you, I'm knee deep active duty Air Force. And then as that happened, I become a single parent. So I'm thinking the game is fucked up for me. I'm a single dad. Chick's not checking for no dude with no kids. You know, I'm thinking that it's over for me. Psycho boo boo. No.
Man, they love a man with a kid.
Man,
Yeah.
let me tell you.
Yeah.
And this is at this time my son was I became a single father when my son was almost 3 years old and raised him on my own, even with another marriage in between all that, which lasted about as long as a hot fucking shower. Anyway, until
That's why I ain't never
the
get
day
married
he
again.
is now. And my son is 26 years old. It's been me and him. We've been ride or die for the longest. I remember when my son was about 3, 4, somewhere between 3 and 7 years old, I'm thinking that it's over for me. Nah. They saw a uniform and they saw my son. My son was my shadow. AJ was right next to me. Wherever I went, you saw him, you saw me. And I promise you, I'm not trying to say the dating game was easy, but it was pains on a fucking slingshot.
Will women will gravitate to a man that they think is a good dad? I mean,
How
that's
about
automatically
Man, look.
being able to like see.
Well, my
see
wife
that,
passed away. Trust me,
you know,
it was thrown left and right, and it's still thrown left and right.
Look at Alex over there.
My
Is that
son is
true,
26 years old. My son is 26 years old right now. He'll be 27 in September. I promise you that there's a group that I can tell my story to, and the next thing you know, I got collard greens, mashed potatoes, and titties all on the same plate.
And this is why women say it's a difference. It's a difference when men are single dads versus women who are single
And
dads.
I don't understand
men
that.
don't always flock to women who have kids. It's more
and granted, I get where that comes from because they automatically assume
I'm not taking care of nobody else's kids, is what they say.
Yeah,
It's
and
too
then
much
they automatically
responsibility.
assume that
Some of them don't want to take care of their own
they're
kids.
undisciplined and all of that shit. And I get that.
It's not even just that though. Sometimes it's the other guy or the kid's father might come with all kind of bullshit.
True.
And the man don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
So I mean, it could be also what he was saying.
We might be getting told a dream about whether
true.
they still together or not and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, because I think sometimes in a lot of those relationships, he will still be, going back and forth, and I just, they not finished with their baby father, they not finished with their baby mother. So
I want to touch on something on that. My daughter's father had a kid. My wife told her mother, "Don't do it." Right? She done had a kid with him and everything. And to this day, Jessica may call me and say, "Hey, I need advice," or "Can you help me out?" Or I buy shoes or what have you.
And that's not your son.
And it's not my exactly.
That's not your child. But they calling you for advice.
It's my daughter's brother.
Right. Yeah. Siblings.
from another guy.
Mhm.
From my daughter's father.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Okay,
means
so
he
apparently
that means
that young man
he ain't
recognizes who got some damn sense.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's what I got from it.
Yeah.
He
My
recognizes
my
who he
baby
can
father's
come
other
to
kids could call
and
me
where his safe
anytime if they
space
need
is.
something. Yeah.
And
But
look, my
that's
daughter
yeah, he's
baby
still
shower.
taking
Look, my
it.
daughter baby shower was this past Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not one of his family members was there, not even his brother
Wow.
or nobody.
Wow.
Don't know how to show up.
Oh, but best believe they're gonna show up when it's
Oh, my
when
daughter,
it's an opportune
my
time. Best
daughter
believe they
said,
gonna show up.
I don't want nothing to do with them.
Oh no.
Can't blame her for feeling that way. They ain't there. Your family is there. You know.
The
But
bad
I
part
stepped
about
up for a
that,
kid.
Trey,
I stepped up for a kid
the
that's not
bad
even
part about that,
mine.
cuz,
Yeah. Yeah.
but the
That's the
bad
thing.
part about that,
You
cuz,
stepped up for
because you
for
don't
her
want
and her
them to
own
do it,
family
they're gonna make
did.
you the
You gonna
bad
be
guy.
first. You
Oh,
know.
I'm always the bad guy. So
Oh,
trust me,
fact.
I'm
I
always the
already
bad guy.
know. I already
It's
know.
okay to be the bad guy because I'm
Oh, I'm
always the
fine with
bad.
that.
Yeah, be the bad
Definitely
guy.
okay.
And I can say this: I done had both of his baby mamas in my bed and only had sex with one.
Bro, listen.
This
The
is
bad
Father's
guy
Day
was always the coolest
appreciation.
motherfucker anyway.
But this is father's
Tell
talking
me
about
Yeah.
the
some real
bad guy.
stuff.
Tell me Doc
Yeah.
Holliday
Yeah.
wasn't the coldest bad guy you ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Doc Holliday was the coldest bad guy ever. I'm sorry.
I just think I definitely know
Fucking,
that
what's that
it's
nigga
so
name?
important.
Killmonger. That was the coldest bad guy you ever seen.
And kill mine. Where is that at, Ray?
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Dear
Oh,
Lord,
sorry.
woman, watch a movie.
My bad.
Hey,
I'm like,
Coco, you gotta
Killmonger.
keep up.
Hey,
Stop
look,
watching goddamn.
I
Stop
love
watching
being a bad
Gilmore
guy.
Girls and shit.
I don't love being the bad guy, but I mean, sometimes
I don't
you have to
love
do
being
what
the bad guy, but nigga, to sometime that shit feel
you
good.
got to do what you got to do when it comes to the safety and the sanity of your children.
Yeah.
We literally we we have turned some situations that should have been left where they are, and we turn them into things that are more damaging than beneficial just for the sake of relation. I don't have a relationship with my ex-wife past email. We can't talk because she's
Oh
a
wow.
compulsive liar and she's very much a manipulative person. So I've had to literally cut communication. And I told her, you want that type of communication from me? Get help. Deal with what it
Right.
is that
Right.
you deal with and we can work on that. But it's even gotten to the point now where I'm like, I don't even think I want that because I don't trust you enough to even let you back in that space. And I had to do that for the sanity and the sake of myself and my children. We have joint custody, but I have full responsibility, if that makes sense. So
Okay.
anything and everything that I do for my children, I do it. And I literally have to put my foot down and say, this is what I'm doing. If anybody feels like they can stop me, feel free.
Because I'm like, there's a lot of manipulation that goes through. There's different parents who are narcissists. I've seen it. And those kids suffer from it. They're in between the two parents, and the other parent is being manipulative and trying to turn me. It's just like a whole big thing.
You
But I
know my
always give
story.
props to dads who go out and fight for their kids, and they do whatever it is that they need to do to stay in their kids' lives. If they go to court, whatever, they go for it. My cousin's a single dad. He took his baby around to court, his ex-wife, whatever, and got them kids.
Mhm.
And look,
And
I
sometimes you got to
I
do
showed
that.
up for my daughter's. I showed up to court for my daughter's brother because of he did the same exact bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that man was heated. But I said, but you're doing the same cycle.
Right.
And now
Mhm.
AJ knows what his father is.
His kids pay attention. They pay
Yes.
attention, and no matter what people say, as the kids get younger or younger and they get older, they start seeing the real you anyway.
Yep.
They start seeing and they start understanding. Like I showed my kids a lot of stuff from their dad because I didn't want them to think bad of their dad. I was trying to protect his image and and stuff like
Mhm.
that. With them being that young, I mean, it kind of worked. But then as they got older, it was kind of like, why is dad like this? Or why is dad like that or whatever? And so
And
my kid's dad was his mom was not in his life. His dad raised him.
Mhm.
And Sally, like, she was just like totally not in his life. And so I know that affected him negatively. That, because she went into like Scientology or something, and I think that's like cultish or something.
That's
But
Yeah,
that's
very
a
much.
cult. That is a cult.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
so
I
she
I
was a part of
respect
that.
that, Coach.
So,
But
go ahead, Mark.
I respect that, but I stand on, like, now I'm not protecting the reputation of somebody who chooses to be anything other than what they're supposed to be. I don't hide nothing from my kids. I don't talk bad about their mom, but when
Yeah.
things come up, I have to tell them the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna lie for them to cover up from somebody who's doing that to children, because now I'm allowing somebody to hurt my kids. No, through
Right.
knowledge, I want you to protect yourself. Like, my daughter came up to me and was like, "Daddy,
Yeah.
mommy, she tells me that she doesn't do this, but I see it right there on her nightstand." I said, "Okay, and what do we not like? We don't like liars. And what just
Right.
happened?
Right.
She lied to me. So how do you treat that? I'm gonna treat it like a liar. There you go. I'm
There
not
you go.
teaching
You
my
said it.
kids. Yeah, and you say something, mommy, why you lying? Like, it's sitting right there. You
No,
shouldn't be an adult lying to a child about something that you're an adult and that you do. You're an adult. You get to do what you want. Just tell the kid. But if it's
Right.
something that you feel like you gotta lie to a child about, you probably
Right.
shouldn't be doing it.
you know,
So can I say
Coco.
something real quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Alex.
So one thing that I've learned through my lifetime is that I can only control myself, right? I was according to my child's mother, I was all type of MF, and I was a B, I was this, and obviously I felt some type of way, right? And obviously I wanted to say something, but to protect my own integrity and my daughter from hearing those things, I didn't say nothing. I allowed her to say those things because obviously I can't tell her what to say or not to say, but I allowed my daughter to see the type of person that she was and make her own opinion on what her mother was saying and what she was seeing. She was saying all these things, negative things about me. However, I'm the one that's picking her up from school. I'm the one taking her after work to her activities. I'm the one that was working overnights and coming right and picking her up to go take her to Saturday school. So she saw the type of person that I was, and I never spoke bad about her to this day, right? So
Yeah.
she sees for herself what the type of woman that she is, and unfortunately, that's not what I wanted for her because I have a great relationship with my mother. So
Right.
it hurts me to see her not have a relationship with her mother. Because again, kids need both parents. I
Right.
know that
Right.
as again, I'll say fathers, we don't get the credit that, but we don't. That's not what we look for, right? We do it because it's our responsibility to be a father, to do those things, to sacrifice, to rip and run, to do what we have to do for our children, right? And so obviously, the things that she said were hurtful. Of course, anybody. We all have feelings. We're all human beings. Sometimes we think that women are emotional. As human beings, we're emotional, right?
Right. Right.
But I think the most hurtful thing is to go back and forth with the other parent. Why? Because the kid when the kid's in the middle, they love both parents, right?
Right.
And they want both parents to get along. They love both parents. They want the
It's
parents
almost
to
like they're
do
forced to
things
have an
together. I guess
ultimatum on
but
who to choose.
it's important that we allow them to make their own opinions on the people that are around them and who really loves them and who is there for them, so they can see and they can say, "Oh, she was saying that my dad was a motherfucker and he was this and that, but I don't see those things.
Right.
I see different, and he's there."
He's there. He's with me. He supports me. He drives me to school. He takes me here. He takes me there. And then again, it's not about material things because I'm not a big, obviously when kids are small, they want gifts, but I'm more about time, right? Because time is something that we can never take back, right? And
Right.
kids, what they do, they play with toys. And because I was a kid once upon a time, and my father was in and out, and he died when I was 12. So all I remember is him picking up the alcohol. That's all my memories of my father. So I wanted her memories to be positive memories.
Right.
And
Right.
to this day, and for her to see that her father walks a straight line, he might not be perfect, but he's done things, he sacrificed things, and he works his ass off for
True.
us to have things.
Let me
True.
read a comment real quick. I have Bo White. Bo and I grew up together, and like at one point in high school, Bo and my kid's father was actually best friends. So he knows me pretty well. He said, I would never lie to children, but sometimes they simply aren't mentally or emotionally developed enough to fully understand certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
In those cases, it's about sharing information in a way that's appropriate for their age and level of understanding. So
I
yeah.
agree on that because even like I said, my wife, she never talked bad on her biological.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan found out on her own,
Hey, let
Right.
me back
You
in.
know,
and by her finding out on her own,
Oh,
even he had a
My bad.
chance after my wife passed away to make it better. Him and his mother made it worse for my daughter,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
and I mean, I
so
say worse. I mean, to the fact that at that time, her little girlfriend had to send me a message, say, "Pops." She said this. She was talking about suicide.
Yeah.
oh,
I
Yeah.
gotta call my mother-in-law in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Say, I need you to do this. Usually one time his mother and him, they threw her laptop across the room and the police was called. And luckily that night I was actually drunk.
Mm.
And I couldn't get there. I just saw the 911 call coming through. And after that, when I say he had that chance, and literally when my daughter graduated, she was right back home with me.
Mm-hmm. Where she needed to be.
you know,
Exactly.
Where she
so
And
needed to
so
be.
we decided, my mother-in-law and I, we decided we were gonna take him to court to get custody. We're gonna let
Yeah.
it be what it be.
Yeah.
And that was the
you
worst
know,
decision I ever made.
Mm.
What are you gonna say,
so
Sonny?
so
Yes.
you know a good amount of the history with my
can't
daughter's
hear him.
mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Somebody said they couldn't hear.
Oh.
So you know some of the history with me and my daughter's mother. So I gained custody of him again 4 years ago, and um, while they were staying with me, they were both older now. You know, one was about to be 18, the other one was close to graduating behind her. You know what I mean? So they would tell me stories of the things that their mother would tell them about me. You know, and I feel what he's saying about certain things hurt, but I looked at it like I know I'm not that type of person. You know, I just told him the truth. I tell him I don't really care for their mother, that she's a liar, but I told him you should still be in your mother's life. And since then, in between that time frame, they tried to keep in contact with their mother, and the youngest sister, she's blocked her all out
Yeah. Yeah.
because she sees her for what she is. Here, take one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And my older one, she sees it, but she still keeps in touch with her. But
Right.
I never told them, not to talk to their mother. I've told them they should still keep in contact with their mother because, at when when they get older and let's say their mother's ill, whatever, you know, when she passes, they're gonna regret that.
Right,
You know,
right.
so I told him, you know, as much as I don't like your mother, I still want you to try to have a relationship with her. You know,
Because
because
you weren't
whatever.
being bitter and trying to keep him away from her, like some, you know, and
Yeah,
some women
yeah.
do
See,
be
and
I
bitter
that's
and
but
never
do
see,
tried
that,
to
and
but
do
some
but
that
but
women,
this
with my
is
son.
touching back on what you were saying. Kids observe and they see
yeah,
things. They see that I don't try to push them away from her.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
they seen that she tried to push them away from me. You
yeah.
know,
Mhm.
and it's not like a bragging thing. It's just, you know,
It's real.
now they see their mother for who she really is,
Right,
because
It's
right.
real.
they don't like my oldest daughter. She still talks to her mother, but she said her mom annoys her because every time they talk, me and Sean come up.
Yeah, of course. Of
You know what
course. Because
I'm
y'all in a
saying?
successful relationship, y'all happy. She
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
That's why. That's
yeah.
why.
So she's like, it gets old. It's annoying that we always have to be like a part of the conversation when they're talking. When
Mhm.
she's not calling for that, she's calling to talk to her mother to see how she is, whatever the case may be.
Right.
It's always with her. It's always the same routine, you know.
Hmm.
But it's kind of touched back on what you were saying earlier about kids, you know, watching and seeing everything.
Right, right. Yeah, they see. And like, I mean, it's always like we have these conversations because you guys are like great dads, but I've seen situations where the dads was not that great in the household and they were raising the kids. And like Alex was saying earlier, his dad had an alcohol problem and ultimately passed away from that. But Alex is like, you know, that's not gonna be me, you know, and so he went the opposite way, you know, of doing that, you know. And um, I'm telling you, like, I mean,
It
I feel
takes a
that even
village.
though I had a strict upbringing because my dad was a deacon, so you know,
Now,
I was
Coco,
trying to be the good
It
girl, but
takes
I
a
wasn't the
village.
good girl because
Well,
I
you
I
don't
know
know
didn't
if
about the
y'all
stay out
can
of
Deacon's
the
hear
way
me,
of
daughters.
my
but
I
maybe I'm
found out
kids.
talking
that
myself.
in 96 or 97. Oh, the Deacon's daughters. Ooh,
Look
buddy.
at you.
now
It takes
Coco,
a village,
I wasn't
man.
that bad. I wasn't
I
that
don't
type
know
of
if
Deacon's
y'all can
daughter.
hear me or not, but it takes a fucking village.
yeah,
And
it
I
Mhm.
does.
had to maximize on that as much as I could.
Right.
And being active duty military, being stationed in a place where I really didn't have anybody close to me, I had to do what the fuck I had to do to take care of a son on my own whose mother walked off. She
Yeah.
walked off. She married another guy and
But
figured
I'll say,
that,
especially for the dads who have
she
daughters,
had to do,
Hmm.
we are the most important people in their life.
We
she had to
are.
do her
Y'all are.
thing, and I'm not condemning her
If
for it. It is what it is.
we guide
Yeah.
them
She
through a
did what
lot
she
of things
did,
that they
and
don't
like I
understand.
said, I could tell. I got stories. I could
And they
tell
get
so
it
many
at
stories.
one point.
But it's just like if
And in fact,
whatever the
when they
story may
actually get it,
be,
that's one of the
I
most
had to step
valuable
up
things,
and
happiest things
understand that.
I've experienced.
Hmm.
Can y'all not hear me?
No, I hear you.
I
I hear
think
you.
you
All
guys
right,
be
bet.
like
Because I was getting
tossing,
talked over like I did a
cutting
fucking
each
lot
other
of
off when
stuff.
y'all be talking. It's just probably the way that the
But
setup is.
it you know it the way everything happened, it was like, damn, this is the big shoes that I got to step into and take over immediately. There wasn't no
But let me
instruction
get
manual.
this: any man who stepped up
There
that's
wasn't no
not his
preface. There wasn't
DNA,
nothing. I just had to
that's a
jump
real
in.
man.
I had to
Mhm.
jump in and take care of it as much as I could,
That's what
and
you gotta do.
and
That's that
still did it.
parent. Like, no
And
matter if you're a male or female, like a mom or dad, you still gotta step up and you gotta, you know, you gotta
Hey,
freaking handle it.
let me cut
Cole,
you off real quick though.
I'm gonna be
I,
real
I,
with you. Cole, I'm gonna be real with you real quick. I feel like you just negated it because I feel like you just hit it with some all lives matter shit, and I'm like,
Negated what?
it was like, oh, it's on both sides. Yeah, it is.
On
Yeah,
both sides as
it
far as
is.
what?
Yeah,
As far as
it is.
what?
As far as single parenthood, yeah, it
I
is.
mean, we have a lot of single. We have a lot of similarities. Like it's kind of hard
And
to
it's wild.
not
And that's the wild, and that's the
acknowledge
crazy
that.
part. That's the crazy part. Like I promise you, even dealing with talking to you, I feel like I could sit down with
Yeah,
you
your break clothes.
and talk about the similarities
Oh, what you
of single parenthood itself and absentee, the other parent being absent and yada yada yada, and we could vibe on so much.
Dang, Kyle
And
got a lot of
but
food
it'll
here.
be but it seems like it'll be on one side, it seems it'll be respected, and the other side it seems it'll be ignored.
Well, also I think with me, as a mom of 3 children, and even my kid's father, the oldest kid's father, he was present, and my youngest daughter, dad was always active. He even was living in another state, he was always there. So
Say that again, because I don't want to misunderstand it.
okay,
Say that
so
one more time.
in my situation, my kid's father was always around. He sadly spent
The
a lot of
oldest
time.
ones?
The oldest ones, they had the same dad. The oldest
Okay.
2 had the same dad, and then my youngest daughter has a different dad. She's the one that just
Okay.
graduated from high school. So
Okay.
when I speak about us having a lot of similarities, like we probably do. I think probably for me I had 3 kids, so it's probably a little more challenging as far as
I'm certain
daycare,
of it.
free
I'm certain of it.
time, and all that stuff with 3 kids. Because I can't, you could say I could find somebody to 1 kid, but 3 kids, I had to split them up to 2 cousins over here, and then this. So there may be a lot of things that
Understood.
similarity, but I don't want to do a tug of war on single parenthood. I don't.
Right.
What's up, Sonny?
Right.
What are you gonna say?
But
oh, I'm sorry, Sonny. Sorry. Go ahead.
oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut nobody else. I'm sorry.
Nah,
Go
I
ahead,
was gonna say, not to change the subject, but I got a happy Father's Day present for myself. I don't know if I told you or not.
No, you didn't. What
Hey,
you get?
So
you got it for yourself?
let me explain. So
No, ain't no
you know,
need to explain. You got a happy Father's Day gift for yourself. That's
What
all
you
the
get?
explanation.
well, something like that. So I told you I got custody of my daughters 4 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I stopped paying child support,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yeah.
developed an account of back child
Nice.
support
Mm-hmm.
for like $7,000. So
Woo.
yeah, so check it out. So I got a lawyer 2 years or a year and a half ago, and we had a hard time locating her. Finally, we got her served, and I went to court on March 31st, and she didn't show up because she never responded. Because you have 30 days after you get served to respond.
Right.
So
Wow.
so look, when we went to court, that $7,000 that I owed got put to zero, and
Ooh.
she's ordered to pay back $4,000 to me for my attorney fees, the court costs, and then $3,000 that they took out of my income tax return. And on top of that, the lawyer's getting an extra $4,000 for himself out of her. And if she doesn't pay, it gains 6% interest every year.
Woo-wee.
And the lawyer can get a lien put on the house, or if she own a car, whatever.
You
So
can't be mad at that.
the whole shit is flipped now.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep. You cannot be mad at that at all.
Nah.
Look, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, that's my Father's Day present.
Yeah.
You know.
Congrats.
Because what I'm trying to do overseas. That you know about. I found that if you owe anything over $2,500, they freeze your passport.
Did y'all just hear
Yeah,
that?
they'll
That's
take
not something that
they
y'all
take
got to
your
worry about. But
passport.
yeah,
They take
they stop you being able to go
they'll take
out
your
of the
driver's
country.
license, and they'll take your they'll
Yeah.
take your oh man, they'll take your income taxes. I know that because
They
Yeah,
step
they
it up,
take
though,
my
Dre.
shit.
I know
They,
that because
they
Your
step it
passport
up.
too.
on child support.
Yeah, your passport.
Your passport.
Yeah, I put my and they'll take your driver's license too. And I know that because I put my son's mother on child support, and then miraculously, all of a sudden, she don't drive no more. And the nigga that she was cheating on me with, that she married, he drives everywhere. I'm like, that's awful convenient.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's weird, but I ain't
all
gonna
that
say
being
nothing. I'm gonna
said,
let it
that's
ride
why
out.
father was a president, because all that shit got flipped on him. I don't even think she got the paperwork yet. I kind of wish I was
Oh,
the
she
fly
gonna
on
be
the
hot,
wall
Well,
when
you
she
boy.
gonna
get it.
hear it. You gonna hear
Oh,
it.
she gonna be
You
hot.
might try to go to the
Yeah, she
news.
gonna be
You
on
definitely gonna hear
fire.
it.
She gonna be because
Definitely.
She
here's
gonna
the
be
thing.
hot, boy.
You know, she got her own. She got another son from another dude, and if she
Yeah.
filing him on taxes, that shit's gone. That
Oh,
shit's
she gonna be
gone.
hot, boy.
Yeah.
She gonna
Hayes,
be
did
400
you
degrees, but it ain't your fault.
Hayes, did y'all
Mm-mm.
ever take him for child support? I can't remember.
What's
You
that?
tell me. I was asking and Tez, did they ever take y'all ever take your daughter's father for child support
Well,
legally?
he already so prior to him already passing away. She said, "I'll take you off child support, but I want my back." And I never actually followed through with getting it back,
Yeah.
even though it's owed to the state of my wife. Anytime I want, I can go get that back.
Okay.
The
Oh
back child
wow.
support that he owes is like 17,000, somewhere like that.
Oh wow.
I can go get it.
Ooh.
Hey, listen, everybody.
Mm.
I hate to cut y'all short.
And then hold on, and now
I'm
he
sorry,
like
dog. My bad.
5,000 on Jordan Little Brother.
Yeah, guys, we've almost gone 2 hours. Dre, I know you got to get up early, so if you got to drop, go ahead and
Yeah,
drop.
3:15 in the
Guys,
morning. Come
y'all let
early
me
as
know
shit.
when I was like, y'all have y'all time to talk and just
But
get,
I was,
speak on
man,
what you
I'm
want to
glad
speak
to
on.
speak with these brothers, man. Cole, I'm glad you brought us together
But I
because
just love the
I was
fact
like,
that
man, just
the dads
listen to these
love their
brothers, man. I
children
heard
and
a
stepping
lot.
up for their children, no matter what situation that's going on.
Yeah.
Y'all are great. Y'all are great, man.
Yeah. Thank you. I
Man,
think
I
I
was
so
glad.
appreciate.
So I want to say
I was
one last
glad to
one
hear
last
from
thing.
all of these
Hold on,
brothers.
Dre. Hold on,
I want
Dre. Go ahead.
I
Go
want
ahead.
I want I
Oh,
want to
my
say
bad.
one
My
last
bad.
thing.
My bad.
Anybody can make a kid, but not everybody can be a father.
Yeah.
So like
That's
the
for sure.
gentleman that stepped up. Props to you, man.
That's
Props
for
to
Yeah.
you.
sure.
You the father of those kids. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
who made them. Biologically, you the father
Fact.
for
And
both the gentlemen.
and
Because
you
I
know,
know
Yep.
the gentleman from Baltimore too. He got two other
Fact.
kids that are not his biological kids, but those are your kids. You
and
raised them.
you know the wild shit. Not to cut you off, but when I first met
So
my
I
wife,
can't hear him. For some reason, I can't
Oh,
hear.
you can't hear her? Oh.
Yeah,
can
I
you hear
can't
me
hear him.
now?
I can
I
hear,
can hear
brother.
you, but it might be the
I can hear
system.
you.
We've been going on
I
2
can hear you,
hours. Go
brother.
ahead.
So what? Not to cut you off, but when I first met my wife, I tried to give the dude the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes women will lie, say, "Oh, he's this and that."
Mm-hmm.
So if I seen him on the side of the road walking, I'd pick him up, take him home and shit. But
Oh,
one
wow.
day he left a note on our door saying, "Hey, I got Christmas presents for the kids. I'm gonna drop them off, this, that, and the third." And he never showed. And then
Ooh,
and then after
I can
that,
feed
I
off
was
that.
like, "Nah, this motherfucker full of shit." And then we
Holy
then
shit.
we started to try to let him see him every weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
it lasted like 2-3 weeks, something like that. And he didn't want to see him no more, you know. But I
It's
tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, to still be in their life, But he ain't want to be there.
And
He
Look
they
listen,
here,
dropped
do
the
they
ball,
do
boy.
that
I can touch
too.
on that one.
He dropped the ball.
Literally, it was times I was about to go to the trade ones, and he supposed to come pick her up. He ain't come pick her up, right?
Trey wins. You
I
in my
gotta do
neck of the
hair,
woods now.
doing hair, whoop de doo, or here's the phone number for you, her own phone, so you can call her. That when you got to call, and this is my wife, and you still ain't show up. You ain't do this. You ain't do that. Like, how are you calling yourself a man when you can't do those basic things?
He ain't calling. He
Like
call himself a
I was
man
a
to
cheer
himself.
dad. We had cheer,
Right.
and they say family step up.
He ain't count.
He's standing behind everyone else, and I gotta look and say, "Hey, come on up here,
Right.
cause you the dad too."
But some men ain't built that way,
That's fact.
Some men ain't built that way.
Right, and
That's
when I
fact.
said I took over Cheer, man, look, I would get off
That's
the
fact.
Beltway sitting for an hour and a half from Bethesda to Clinton.
Woo!
Or shit, or
Clinton,
practice.
baby, that's what I'm talking
Let's
about.
go.
Because they'll let you do it. They'll say, well, she got a new man, so he can go ahead and do it. He around there now, so he can be
No,
the dad.
he took her to court for child support to get it reduced, and they told him, guess what? His income don't matter. And he was scared at that point. Then they tried to say, because of course, then Courtney made way more money than him anyway. And they tried to get her to pay. Say, no, we do this, we do this, we do this.
Right, right.
Why are we paying more? Saying my fault that you the only one working under the table on certain jobs. When you find out child support is about to catch up with you, or they didn't snatch that check.
Yep. Then they quit jobs. They got all kind of tricks, man. They got all types of stuff.
Oh man, I remember I remember getting only $56 a month for child support.
I've been through it, man. I have honestly been through everything, and now the fact that my mother's going through the same exact thing, it's crazy.
Wow. So do you guys have, because it's almost 10 o'clock, I know it was probably a game on and stuff, and I don't want to hold y'all from manly things.
It's only almost 9 for me.
I'm not worried about the game.
So what do y'all want to do for Father's Day? Like, do y'all have any plans already? Because it's not this weekend.
I'm in Chicago working.
Next weekend. You gonna be in Chicago? Shiny always going somewhere.
I'm working.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing 7/12, so I'm gonna be working. But
okay. So let me tell y'all something real quick, because we didn't talk about the occupations. Ted, I forgot what you did, and I apologize. I know Sonny, because Sonny travels all over. You laid pipe, Tony. What is it? What is it called? What did you do? I know he lays pipes. I'm not trying to be nasty.
I don't do that shit.
You know what is it? What you go to Africa for?
I know what he laughing for.
No, because honestly,
no, I
actually learned how to weld pipe. So I honestly learned how to weld pipe. Okay, and that wasn't even part of my regular profession.
No,
I'm procurement. So
I do weld inspection.
Oh.
So I travel around to different refineries inspecting welds at the plant.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was something with some pipes, like and
it is. I mean, it is pipe, but it's more than that. It's piping, it's vessels, it's anything that requires welding. I do weld inspection.
What was the question?
What he did for a living? We were talking about his thing, because he went to Africa and Sonny showed me this house.
No. Now see, Africa's something. I'm trying to start a business there with what I do now.
Okay,
that's something completely different. That's something completely different.
That's fire.
Yeah, but I still I do travel around work, but that's something completely different. That's me trying to.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Trying to get out of working for somebody else and make my own money.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
I think Alex, aren't you? I think Alex has his own business. Don't you have your own business, Alex?
So,
I want to make sure y'all can shout out y'all stuff that y'all do.
So I'm a full-time probation officer in DC, but I do have a landscaping business that my brother runs. It's owned by me and my brother.
What is it again? Because Sonny was cutting you off when he was talking.
Sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Which part? The second part, landscaping?
Yeah, the second part. Yeah.
So I have a landscaping business with my brother, but so because I work full time, he runs the business. He runs the business the daily business.
Okay. And then Dre, you still working with the airplanes?
Aircraft maintenance, baby. I am aircraft weapons supervisor. My career field is aircraft weapons. So if you see a jet fly over you and it's loaded full of bombs, missiles, and some of everything else, you're welcome. You're safe.
And Taz, what you do again? You was kind of saying it, and I didn't know what the
So my background is procurement, right? So now I actually transition to a different thing into accounting, which still do procurement for the federal government.
I did acquisitions too and procurement, and I'm doing management analyst crap now. Are you, Taz? Why have you on here? Are you good in Excel?
I hate Excel, even though I love it.
Everybody hates Excel.
Man, I did.
Excel is
They
bull.
actually gave us
I hate
free Excel
Excel.
courses now that only count against our learning.
Oh wow, yeah.
So
Let me
that
tell you,
doesn't count for
I
our.
learned some good stuff on TikTok. They got a thing on TikTok.
I
They
took
got
a
a thing on
basic one the
TikTok.
other day,
Excel.
like
That
2
shit
weeks
is
ago,
bullshit.
and it was just like, why am I here? And I said, well, I'll just have to sign up for the advanced courses because, like, I'm just here
Yeah.
because I got to work from home.
All right. Well, I'll be hitting you up about some Excel questions because that X lookup and V lookup is a killer. Be turn me up.
My
Be turn
Excel
me
is. I would really wish we would get away from Excel because a lot of these programs that we have or softwares, you don't even need Excel no more.
Nope,
Mm.
you don't. I do all type of automation. So
So-
Alex, you don't get to Alex. I'm gonna probably have to talk to you and Mark earlier. Mark is a police officer with Metropolitan Police. So I'm gonna have a like a first responders podcast coming up
Okay.
too. I'll keep you posted on that. You guys
Cool.
can come on and talk about.
Man, I'm glad I got away from Metro. I'm sorry to cut you
all
off.
that work.
I got away from Metro, buddy.
Coco,
Yes.
the dude below me, his name's Andre, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my name is Andre. Right.
You might
That's
have,
my last name.
you might have heard what I do.
What that?
Because they weld on some of the missiles, right?
Some of them.
You ever heard of NDT?
What's the name of the company?
No, it's an inspection. It's called NDT, non-destructive testing.
Yes, and we call it NDI.
I know what you're
That's what
talking about.
that's what I do.
Yes.
That's basically what I do.
Yes.
I know
Yes.
exactly what
I
you're talking
heard
about.
that ever since I was in the Air Force as a youngster.
Because
Yes.
that's where it started at, was in the military.
Yes.
They
I
would
was
use
in
it
the
on
Air Force,
helicopter
dog.
parts.
Yes. Yes. NDI, non-destructive inspection. And y'all motherfuckers get paid like a motherfucker on the outside. But yes,
Actually, you know, the funny thing
NDI, non-destructive inspection.
is the oil industry pays good, but when we go on military or nuclear sites, they pay even better.
Oh wow, whoa, I know. Oh, I know. I work for Lockheed Martin. Trust me, I know.
Yeah,
NDI,
people might see people
man.
out here that may, that may come across this video because it's going to do some clips and stuff here. They might not know that these type of jobs even exist. Occupation.
Oh yes.
In school, they don't say, "Hey, you can grow up and weld some missiles," or
most
airplane
people,
and
most people when I
landscape and probation, they don't talk about that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, most people when I say
NDI, what
NDT,
this
they don't
man
know what that
does-
is.
What
Yeah.
this man does is that matter of fact, when I was still in the military, that's where all the cute chicks worked at. Crazy
Oh,
enough.
Lord.
That's why all
Doing
the
what
cute
Sonny
chicks,
did,
that
or they
man
just worked
was-
in that department? They just worked in that department. The
Yeah,
girls.
they worked in
Oh.
NDI. It's like, man,
Yeah.
shit. We had to tow a jet down to get, it's NDI basically for us. When I was in the military, is basically taking a jet and running it through a fucking X-ray and
Oh,
make
wow.
sure there
Yep.
wasn't no cracks in the structure
Yep.
and that kind of stuff.
I've done X-ray, but I gave it up.
No, I can imagine. And
Hey,
then,
Alex, if
but
you
the
gotta,
chicks
if
that
you
work
gotta
down
go, it's
there,
fine,
oh my
hon.
God, those was
Anybody
some
that has to
nice
drop
looking
down is
sisters
fine. We
down there.
just chit chat now. I know people got to go to work tomorrow.
NDI Supply had all the chicks. Oh yeah, yeah. I was in the Air Force almost 18 years.
Yeah,
So trust
women
me,
do
I
it
know
too.
exactly what NDI is and what you do. In non-destructive, yes, sir. Man. As matter of fact, the engineers that come do your job, what you just said, they get paid some dumb amount of money, and they're complete idiots. But
Some of them are.
But
That
when it comes
and you know
to-
what?
They
when
got
it comes
that
to the
backing,
mechanical
though.
part, when it comes to the mechanical part, they don't know too much. But when it comes to the engineering and we meet in the middle, and I'm like, yeah, they know a whole lot. They get paid more than me. I get paid a nice little bit, but man, listen.
Well, go back to
NDI
school,
is
Dre.
like
You
that.
might could be up there with them, knowing nothing and getting paid more.
But you know what? To touch on what you said, that exactly is why I want to start my own business, because my father used to tell me when I was a kid, there's always going to be a time when you work under an idiot. And in this
Fact.
field, there's a lot of, brothers and fathers bringing on cousins and sons, and they don't have no fucking experience, but they'll be in the
See,
office running things. They don't know
we
how.
have kind of a pipeline, so to speak, from Embry-Riddle Aeronautic University. And we have a certain amount of engineers that come from there, depending on what their engineering degree is. But being as how you're already in that, hey, there's an out for you within my company, which is Lockheed Martin, or
I've heard of it.
DOD, which is
Man, hold on. Get you a DOD contract.
which is
Man, look here.
government
Get you a
through
DOD
us.
contract. You done. You are set for life.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. I write
Oh,
contracts.
man, dog. I work with DOD engineers every day. I'm a weapons supervisor. I'm a part of the weapons program and weapons program supervisor, meaning that whatever new weapons that we're about to test or keep testing and all of that shit, I am a part of that program, and I got a hand in it. I got a foot in it. I got a say in it. And on top of that, in my Air Force career, almost 18 years, I loaded weapons every day. Missiles, bombs, gun systems, you name it. I did that. And on top of that, with a teaspoon away from a fucking AMP license,
Hey guys,
airframe.
I'm so
Look
sorry.
look here.
I gotta
Look
cut.
here.
I have to cut
We
the show
all
off,
can get
guys.
together. We can all get together.
Holla at me.
You have
Yeah.
Holla at me.
the experience is here. I love writing contracts. This is my thing.
Holla at me. Andre K. Wright on Facebook, dog. Holla at me, dog. Get at me. It's 10 o'clock. I got to get up at 3:15. I'm going to holla at y'all. Holla at me, dog. Man, listen, I can ask
Yeah,
if you need me to holla at me. If
we'll
you need
talk
me,
and see what else we can bring up, because you guys did a whole lot of talking
if
and
you
getting
need me,
things out.
dog.
Fathers,
If you
y'all
need me,
definitely
I
need a
can ask
man
some
circle.
questions for
Somebody can start up a
DOD,
man circle. I
Sikorsky.
can tell y'all how to do this.
Dog,
Y'all don't have
holla
to
at
even be
me.
live. Y'all can just,
I'm the
we'll figure out
contract
something.
person, okay?
Holla at me.
Look, Sonny, look, this is how we network.
Start
Be a
our own
contract
contracting,
person.
okay?
You trying to do your own thing, you know what I mean? Connections. So everybody is in that one chat that I did for you guys. I have
I'm with
not seen my
Lockheed Martin
homie
right
Alex
now.
eat no dinner yet. So Alex needs to eat.
Holla at me.
He been on here.
Andre K. Wright on
He got on.
Facebook, bro.
So I want him to eat. And then one of the guys.
Friends list with her talking ass.
I got you.
Yeah, everybody's in the chat. Everybody's in the chat. So
Look at her. She's
one of
sitting
the
on
guys, he just messaged me that he's in the hospital. So I gotta go and talk to him, guys, and make sure he's straight. So I will let you guys go. Have a good night. Alex, I'll be getting with you, Sonny. You know I'm gonna holler at you. And
Yeah.
Tez, I'm gonna check on you with the new baby. Let me know if y'all need something. I got you because I know where you live.
Man, look here.
Bye.
I actually sold the house.
You sold the house?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk offline. All right, y'all.
All right,
Have a
thank
good
you.
night. Thanks for coming
Good
through
night.
and participating. This went 2 hours. This has been my longest show, but I feel like I have so much respect for you guys.
Well, that means it was a success.
It was. All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Good night.
Happy Father's Day if I don't see you.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Coco.
Bye. All right, hon. Bye.